Hi everyone, welcome back to our channel Code for Tech Solutions. Today in this video we are going to cover a new topic, like we are going to see how to create a Python Django CRUD application with MySQL. So let us see what are all prerequisites for this. Like we need to have Python installed on our system. If you have not installed, you can refer my video which will guide you on how to install Python on Windows operating system. Next you need to install Django web framework. So this is a web framework which will help us to create web application in Python, and this is the command with which we can install Django. Next, like we need to install MySQL client because we are going to connect with MySQL database. And next, like Django REST framework we need to install. This is the REST framework which will help us to create and build CRUD APIs in Python. You can either use phpMyAdmin or MySQL Workbench to create a MySQL database. So these are some prerequisites you need to install or you need to be ready with. So without any further ado, let us jump into the coding part now. So this is our folder wherein we are going to create our Python project. So let me open the VS Code instance first. So till the time it opens, first of all we need to create our database. So this is the exam control panel. If you have not installed, you can install it. Now here you can start the Apache server first. You can see the status is running. Next you can start MySQL server, and the status is running. Now you can click on admin part so that it will open the phpMyAdmin interface. Now here you can enter the respective username and password whatever you have set at the time of installation, and you can click on login. Now it has opened the interface for phpMyAdmin, and these are in left pane. These are some databases which we have created, and some system databases as such. So this is about phpMyAdmin. Now we are going to create our new database here. Like we can name it like, let's say, member details. Okay, so we have created our database successfully. Now database creation is complete now. So we can create a table, but that is not needed because in Python, like we are going to create a model with which the database table will get created automatically. So this is our folder. Now first thing, like we can install all the dependencies. Like we can first install Django, which is a web framework for Python. This is the pip command. Pip is nothing but like in our rest of the front-end languages we can use npm node package manager. Similar way in Python we can use pip. Pip means package in Python. So next we can install Django REST framework, similar way. Next we can install MySQL client. Fine. Now let us create a Django project first. So for that we can use the command like Django admin, and we can use start project, and we can name our project like, let's say it's a member project. Now we can go to our project folder, and here inside you can see it has created the project folder successfully with name member project, and this is the manage.py, and these are some default files it has created. Now we can create our API application inside this project folder. So we can use the command like we have python manage.py, and here we can use start app, and here we can give our application name. So this application, it will create inside this project folder. Now we can see it has created API application inside member project folder. Now all our REST APIs or CRUD APIs will reside inside this API folder. Fine. So we have successfully created the Django project, and inside that we have created our application with name API. Fine. Next thing, like we can go to our settings.xml, which is inside project folder, and therein like we need to install what all things we have added in installed apps. Now here we have added REST framework, and next like we have added API, and we can save it. Now for database, like you can see this is the database entry, and by default it is connecting with the MySQL SQLite 3, but right now we are going to connect with the MySQL database, so we need to configure the MySQL database it here. So let us do that. So first of all, engine we need to change, and here we need to give the database name, and what database we have created, like member details. Next, like we need to use we need to add a user, and what user we have given for PHP myadmin, whatever username you have set you need to enter, and same for password. And here we can add host name like localhost, and we can mention the port name, like by default it's a 3306, but let us check what port it is using. It's a 3307, so same port we need to enter here, and we can save it. So we have configured our database MySQL database configuration inside the settings.py. So let us check the database name. So member underscore details seems good. Okay, fine. So we are done with our MySQL configuration part. Now let us create the model inside our API application. So here we can create our class name, so this should be small. We can use class like it's a member, and here we can use models.model, and here we can mention what all things what all properties or attributes we require, like models.char field, and here we can use the maximum length, let's say 100. So this is for name. Similar way we can add two more attributes or properties, like one for image, and last one is for status. Now we can use def, seems good. So this is for string, it will return name. Now we have created the member class as a model. Now next thing what we can do, next thing like we can use the migration command, so that it will prepare our database files which need to be migrated. So we can use the command like make migrations. This is the command we can use so that it will prepare the file which need to be migrated on the database side. Now let us check on database side. As of now, it has not created any database table as such. So this is the database, but no table has been created as of now. Now we can use migrate command so that it will create the database schema for us. So it has created successfully. Let us check. Let us refresh it. Seems good. It has created API member table, and these are some all rest of the tables. Seems good. Now next thing, like we need to create. So this is about migration. Next thing, we need to create a serializers inside this application. So this is the serializers file we can create. We can import from REST framework serializers. Next, like we can import from models, and our model name is member. Next, we can create one class with name like member serializers, and it will use model serializer. Next, we can mention what model it is going to use, and that is like member. And next, we are going to use what all fields it is going to use for, and it is for all field. Basically, this serializer will convert the member instance to JSON format, and these include all fields. Seems good. We have created the serializer successfully. Next thing, like we can create a view for this it here. Now first, for the view, we need to import REST framework, and here we can say view sets. Now for creating a view, we have two approaches, as we are going to use the Django REST framework, and with this, like either we can use API view or model view set. Now we are going to use model view set. With model view set, it will create, it will implement the CRUD APIs or functionalities automatically for like for list, retrieve, create, and update and destroy. All those actions it will create implementation automatically. Fine. Now here we can create a class. Now here we need to import, first is a view set. Next thing, like we need to import from model. Next we need to import from serializers, and this is the member serializer. And here we can mention our class name as a member. View set we can use, and here we can use viewsets dot model viewset. Next thing, like we can use query set, and here like we can use member dot objects dot all, which is applicable for all objects inside member. And we can use serializer class, which is member itself, sorry, member serializer. We can save it. Now with this, we have created model view set successfully. Now we need to register this model view set with router. So for that, we can create one URL inside this application. This is the urls.py file. and inside this we can use we can use Django URLs, and we can import first path, next include, and from REST framework dot routers we can import default router, and here from views we can import member view set. Now let us create a router from default router, and we need to register our view set with the router. So for that we can use here members endpoint, and whatever our view set, which is a member view set, we need to register with the router. Now next we need to add URL patterns. Now here we can add path, and this is for API URLs, so we can use API slash, and here we can use include, and we can use router dot URLs. So that's it for URLs dot Python file in API application. Now let us add some entries in our project specific URLs. This is the urls.py for projects. Now here we can add include, and here similar way we can add one more entry, and this should be blank, and here we can include our application URLs, which is like API.urls. So this is API URLs, so we need to include, and we have just added that. Okay, fine. Now next thing what we can do, like we need to create a super user. Now we can use Python manage.py, and here we can use create super user command. Okay, here we can give the username and email address. Right now I can keep blank, and here you can give the password. Okay, here a password validation we can skip or bypass for the time being. And yes, super user is created successfully. Now last thing, like we need to test our APIs. For that we need to run our server, so we can use command python manage.py, and we can use run server. Seems good. Now our development server has started on this URL. Now here we can use our API. Okay, and our endpoint is members. Now here serializers, there is some okay, so here .py. Now here is our serializers. So let us check if everything is fine in serializers. Okay, so here we have missed to add class meta. So this should be there. Seems good. We can save it. Now let us check. Here we can use API and members is our endpoint. Seems good. You can see it has opened the UI, and this is the Django REST Framework interface, and right now it is not showing any record because the list is empty for now. Let us add one record. Let's say name like Shaurya, email shaurya@gmail.com, and status we can say active. Let us add it. Yes, we can see one record is added. Similar way, let us add one more record. Let us say Kiran, and here we can add Kiran, and let us add one more record for, let's say, Peter. You can see like ID is getting like auto incremented by one every time we create one record. Now if we refresh this, it will show all the three records. Seems good. Now if you want to see a particular record, like let's say third record we want to check. Now this is the third record it is showing. Once we enter the number of the ID, it is the record is getting populated into this text box. Now if you want to change it to Kevin, like we are going to modify it. Let us see how this API works. Seems good, it has changed successfully. Now similar way, if we want to delete anything, let's say if you want to delete the second record which is for Kiran, so first let us go to second record. Okay, fine. Now you can see we have various options set here. Now once we click on delete and confirm the delete, it will delete the record. Now if we go back and see the list, now we have two records only because the second record we have just deleted. Seems good. With this we are done with our CRUD application with Django REST Framework. I hope you must have enjoyed this. Please like, subscribe and share the same. Thank you so much for watching.